Okay, I'd like to talk about my first fight in jail. Yes, my first fight. This is an interesting story. So, at the time of this, I was already going in and out of jail somewhat. I believe this was my second or my third time in. So, I've become the seasoned vet of the Los Angeles County jail system. So at that time, I was running with the Peckerwoods, the Woodpile. I had explained to them, that, hey, listen, there's some question about my nationality, but my friend, I can assure and attest on a stack of Bibles that I am, in fact, a white man. And they accepted it. They accepted me. So I'm sitting at the table that's designated for us to be able to sit at. This gets really ridiculous. And there was this little gangster guy. He was what they call a South Sider. A South Sider is a Southern Mexican or Southern Latino, Southern Hispanic gangbanger. So they have their own section. The Paisas, which a Paisa is pretty much like what we would consider a farmer from Mexico or Central America, so forth and so on. So I'm at the Woods table, right? There's only four of us, so we're pretty much sharing the table with anybody and everybody. And there is this Mexican gangster, right? And I don't know why, but he wouldn't hang out with the other Mexican Southern Hispanics. And one day I asked him, I said, "Hey, I said, how come you're hanging out with the Woods and you're not hanging out with the gangsters?" And he said, "Oh, fuck those niggas." He goes, "I don't like none of them." He goes, he goes, "My neighborhood's got beef with every one of them." And I'm like, "Well, why don't you? I'm like, don't you guys have friends in here?" He goes, "Yeah, but fuck them anyways." So we would often talk about whatever. He was from a gang called Ghetto Boys. I know, cool name, right? Uh, he was one of those dudes. He was from South Central, but he'd say nigga a lot. You know what I mean? And so one day we were talking, and at the time, if you were a graffiti tagger, it wasn't a good idea for you to tell people what you were in there for, because supposedly gangsters didn't like taggers because they would be going into their neighborhoods and doing graffiti and making it look bad, even though they did it them damn selves. I guess they looked at it as a form of disrespect. So my story was always that I broke a window. So, yeah, I am here for vandalism, but it's for breaking windows. So one day we were talking, right? And I don't remember what happened, but he started talking shit to me about whatever, like trying to clown on me. And I'm like, well, fuck you. You know what I mean? He goes, well, fuck you. And we started doing that. And I told him, I said, what's up? I said, you want to go get down in the back? Because I know I can whoop him. It ain't nothing for me. It's nothing. I know I'm taking this dude out. And he goes, yeah, let's go. All right, what's up? All right, let's go. So I get up out of the table and I start walking to the back, right? At the time, we're in these dorms in this part of the jail called Wayside, which is by Magic Mountain. They're like little 100-man dorms. I start walking to the back, which is where you go if you fight or you get beat up or what have you. So I'm walking, and all of a sudden I get a weird feeling, and then all of a sudden it gets really, really quiet. I go to the back and I turn around, and there's about 8 gangsters surrounding me. And I thought to myself, well, this isn't good. What's going on here? I thought we were going to fight one-on-one like gentlemen. So as soon as I stopped and I turned around, I see these 8 guys, and I said, oh, shit. And I kind of started putting up my fist because I thought, I don't know what was going to happen. And as soon as I put my fist up, this older gangbanger, he's like, hey, he goes, hey, Holmes, put your fist down. He said, listen up. He goes, you're young, you're stupid, and you don't know how it works here. So I'm going to tell you. He goes, if you want to fight one of us, you're going to fight all of us. He goes, we don't play that shit in here. He goes, we should be kicking the shit out of you right now. But the only reason why you're not getting beat up is because, again, you're young and you're stupid. So turn around, go back to your seat, sit down, and watch TV. And I did. I sure the fuck did. And I watched the shit out of that TV. It was a good TV show. I love that TV show, whatever it was. So, like he said, apparently it doesn't work like that with them. You can't just fight one of them because then they'll all like swarm in and jump you. So I turned around and sat down, and that was the last time like he would like sit with us. I guess like they told him he can't sit with the Peckerwoods anymore. I really wanted to kick his ass. I don't know what he said, but I wanted to just nail this dude to the wall. Not in that way either. I know you guys got your brains in the gutter. And that was it. And I got really lucky. I'll tell you why. So that guy, the leader of the gangbangers, he ends up getting out of jail, right? And then this new guy, I guess he's promoted to fucking head honcho or whatever. And I remember he had a bald head like mine, and he had this stupid ass mustache. Yeah, he was an asshole. I can tell you, he was an asshole. And the one day I went to jail, I mean, it's not the jail, I went to court to see what was going on with me, and they released me. And I'm like, all right, cool. But they sent me back to Wayside for processing or whatever. I don't know. So I was in court all day. So I left. They woke me up around 3:30 in the morning. I didn't come back till like 7 o'clock at night. So when I come back, one of my buddies, the other Peckerwood, his face is like red and stuff like that. He goes, "Hey, let me talk to you for a minute." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He goes, "Hey, the gangsters, they jumped me." And I said, "For what?" And I didn't remember what he said. He said, "But that dude that you were gonna get down with the other day," he goes, "he was like running off and shit. So I fucking loked up on him, and then they fucking jumped me." And I said, "Oh shit, that means I'm gonna get fucking jumped." So I fucking sat down, and I'm looking at these fucking cocksuckers, and they're just like giving us like dirty looks and shit. And here's the thing: when you're in jail there, it's pretty much their house, purely because of numbers. That's all it is. It ain't because they're better fighters or it says numbers. It's simply, there's just more of them. That's all it is, just more of them. So I'm like, all right. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, how about we do this? I said, how about when we all go to sleep tonight, we'll go to his bunk and beat the living fuck out of him, and then we'll run out the back door. And he's like, nah, man. He goes, that's crazy. We're not gonna do any of that. I said, let me tell you something. I said, I'm getting out. That's fine. I said, but I don't like that dude anyways. I think we should beat the fuck out of him. And just, you know, either if we can't get to the door by the time they realize we're beating the fuck out of him, then they'll fucking beat the fuck out of us. Or we just, you know, I just do something to him. Just like, let's break this guy's fucking face in. And he's like, yeah, nah, that's not a good idea, blah, blah, blah. So I felt bad, man. This guy's name was Sterling. Really cool guy. I wonder if you ever watched this video. If you are, like, you were 1 year younger than me, but he was like he was like a big, he's like a tall dude, probably like 6'2", 6'1", 6'2". He's a cool dude. Yeah, I mean, he's a cool guy. I like that guy. You know what I mean? And for them to do that coward ass shit, you know what I mean? Like, look, it's like one thing, you're gonna jump somebody, you know what I mean? But you know, I guess when you're at war, there is no fair fight, you know what I mean? They're just gonna jump your ass and that's it. So, you know, jail is a place that you just kind of want to avoid altogether. You know, I say it to this day, you know, pretty much only losers go to jail. It ain't a place where you go and you're like, oh, this is cool. It ain't cool. Everyone's a fucking lop in there. You know, everyone's innocent. It's just a bunch of fucking lops in there. And, you know, stay away from them. They're just bums. That's all it is, just bums. And luckily, I've stayed out of jail. I haven't been to jail since 2012. No, 2015. I got to tell that story in another video. That was totally lame. That was the only time I actually went to jail where I was totally innocent. Totally innocent. I still went to jail. Only one time. Every other time I committed the crime. Anything else I want to add to that story? If the guy that sees this, that I was going to fight, if you ever see this, I would still want to whoop the fuck out of you. That's on GP. I don't know what you said, but you pissed me off, and I wanted to cave your face in. And I'm not even a violent dude. I'm not a violent dude at all. But when you're in jail, especially LA County Jail, totally different. I'm a totally different person. I'm not violent, but you know, it's a I know a lot of you guys have been to prison. You're like, oh, you went to jail. That's pussy shit. No, LA County Jail is probably more hardcore than your little dumbass prison in Wyoming. So I don't know. I just it changes you. You got to be tough. You got to be hard. Even though, and I'm not. I ain't tough. But in there, I'll whoop your ass. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. This is Black Bigot. Peace out.